Welcome to X Planet Live. This is AoS Wednesdays, and on the menu tonight we got Khorne, or Blades of Khorne to be more precise, versus Disciples of Tzeentch. This is a league game. We are in the final round, the final home stretch of our league here that we're holding in the shop. And so at this point, though, all the rules, all the updates are in full effect. So for those that didn't know, if there were some rules adjustments midway through a round, it would only count for the next following round, and we are now in that next following round. So how cool is that? All right. So while the boys are still deploying and discussing their armies, let's take a quick nip over to some army lists. And by some, I mean this army list right over here. We got Disciples of Tzeentch, weighing in at 2,000 points on the nose. Well, Disciples of Tzeentch took the Lord Change, which is not a default because they're one of the very few factions that have multiple. This by far is the best one. Manifestation Lord Twilight sorceries, mainly taken for the two mirrors, and he does like some of the other options in the list. I am still not 100% certain it is 100% worth it, but because he could cast a spell that turns a model into a spawn, it could cause such havoc on the other side, he feels that it's worth taking. So that's very fair. Now we go into the General's Regiment, affectionately known as Regiment Number 1. Kairos Fate Weaver, who is in every single Disciples list. This is the hardest working chicken in the Immaterium. Sure. He, of course, is a War Master, has to be a general. And then he has, of course, Zangor Skyfires, which will take advantage of the bodyguard rules and most likely have priority targets. They are reinforced, so he is expecting them to do a lot of work. And to be fair, they will. Regiment Number 1, affectionately known as Regiment Number 2, we got another chicken, Lord of Change, Nexus of Fate. This allows him to re-roll a die that is in his Fate dice or Destiny pool. And these are basically cheater dice, and he can just roll a die and replace it with that number. If he doesn't like a low number and wants a high number, he can try and fish for it. 9-9 Tomb, he's got the Rod of Sorcery. Then he's got a Chaos Spawn of Tzeentch, and that is mainly there for the spell, although he can deploy it in his army at the beginning of the game now. And then he's got a fully reinforced unit of Flamers of Tzeentch. And, of course, being reinforced, again, he's looking to have this unit do some work. And then he took a Regiment of Renown. And that's Fulgoth's Shudderhood at 540 points. It is, believe it or not, discounted for all the stuff that comes inside. This has a Harbinger of Decay, which is a priest, Puscoil Blight Lords, 2 of the flies, and then a Putrid Blight King unit. Now, that whole entire unit will be -1 to hit. Every single model in the Regiment of Renown is -1 to hit, and will be regenerating a wound at the beginning of the hero phase. So not bad. Kind of important to actually mention that he took the Sub-Allegiance Weird Flame Host, and that's if an enemy is burning. While they're burning or under that condition, that keyword, they'll be -1 to wound the Tzeentch army. Okay, so there you go. Now, let's flash over to the table, see where the guys are at, and then we'll probably break down, well, not probably, we'll break down the Khorne list in a few moments.
Behind here.
Okay. Sounds good. Right. I'm going to break up my detachments.
Okay.
And I'm going to put the flies over here.
Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't have to go down all at once?
No, you can break up detachments.
Okay.
The disadvantage is that you are going to be a lot more drops,
Yeah.
and you can never decide to go first, basically. So.
Okay.
But in this instance, because I knew you were dropping your full battalions,
Sure.
it makes no sense to tip my hand.
Well, I wanted him to live anyways, so I guess it didn't work. So guys, by one.
This is a 10-man unit.
So you've got 3 generations of bloodletters. Nice.
Because if I charge my Wolf Imperial and take this up, then I may be able to stop you. One of them is
All right.
So
with the
that's
dogs too.
Dogs as well, yeah.
Now I have to choose a target. It wasn't bad for here. So I have plus struggling in one advance. It's still a 5-inch charge. Even if I roll 1, it's still 5-inch charge. It's not bad. So might as well take your Rhino too, just for the fun of it, so the Khorne can't get out.
Okay.
Okay. Next is going to be...
Yeah, like you guys close. I've made the same mistake where like too close. You basically block off one of your secrets. Yeah, so I think I will open this 2-man. Mostly there. D60. The head is blocking a bunch of shit. I need to get 5. Take the head off. Or 5 there. Oh yes, of course. The palace is up there. Secure no man's land. It's a lucky job. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'll just destroy it for a second. Control 2 objective markers of no man's land. I owe you.
All right, as the boys continue to deploy, let us dive into some Khorne. Khorne. All right, let us look at Khorne. So, weighing in At 1990, unfortunately, achievement not unlocked, falling just short. Unfortunately, but that is the tragedy of this new edition. You just sometimes can't nail it. Grand Alliance Chaos, Blades of Khorne, and he is playing Murder Host. I'll break that down in a little bit. He is a 3-drop list. The General's Regiment is a Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage. It is the General, and the Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage, affectionately known as the Boomthirster, basically able to just pour out a bunch of damage to things around it within 8 inches or so. It has Relentless Hunger, and I believe when it does the murder roll, basically the ability. All right, so the very first thing you need to know about this army for Khorne, actually, it's not as simple as that. They have what is referred to as a mechanic called Blood Tithe, and they, as units die or they generate Blood Tithe, and they generate Blood Tithe by units dying. It's not the only way. They can do it through prayers as well and what have you. But they can then convert those points into all sorts of effects. One of them is dispelling spells. They could drop a giant meteor from the sky. All sorts of things. But one of the coolest things they can do is Murder Lust. For every point of Blood Tithe that they use, they can move a unit, a target unit, 3 inches and into combat, which is just absolutely crazy. Got to remember that this, you might not know, it happens in the hero phase. So you could have a unit that starts outside of your combat distance that you're not planning to have, all of a sudden just move in. Pardon me, I'm wrong. This particular one happens in any movement phase, which is just way better than what I was saying when I was just saying the hero phase. It's any movement phase. Your movement phase, your opponent's movement phase, that's what makes it fantastic. And you could just flip 1 point to just move and clip units, which is just bonkers. All right, so Murder Lust is definitely the coolest thing about Khorne. And of course, it has a whole bunch of other tricks in its bag. We'll talk about it throughout the actual fight. But Relentless Hunger allows the Bloodthirster that when it does its Murder Lust, it actually moves 6 inches instead, which is just fan-freaking-tastic. It's like surprise Bloodthirster right in the mix as you engage lines. Got to remember this thing also flies, so moving 6 inches is a huge deal, folks. Definitely one of the absolute best upgrades. Speaking of a great upgrade, we got Argath, the King of Blades, which just means all his attacks with this big giant axe means no ward saves. No ward saves at all, which is just amazing. Bloodletters, a fully reinforced unit of Bloodletters. I have no idea why this unit is so tanky, but it is. It can recur models. It can bring back models at the beginning of hero phases, I believe. I'll double check that in a second. But a 400-point unit of Bloodletters does an enormous amount of work. These guys are 2 attacks apiece and just pour out, and I believe they do either crit. I'll double check. Regiment number 1, affectionately known as Regiment number 2, we got a Bloodmaster of Herald of Khorne, and that Bloodmaster Herald of Khorne, of course, allows for Bloodletters to nest underneath it, all the demons to be. In fact, when he fights, he's allowed to pick another unit another unit of Bloodletters within combat range, and they will also be able to fight. What more importantly, that all those fights happen at -1 to ward saves. So if there was ever an army that was anti-Nurgle, this is it. This army just loves ignoring or lessening the impact of ward saves. Absolutely fantastic. And again, under this guy is a fully reinforced unit of Bloodletters. Fleshhounds as well in the unit, and that'll probably mainly be used for scoring objectives and screening, of course. And then we go to Regiment number 2, affectionately known as Regiment number 3. We got another Bloodmaster, a min unit of Bloodletters, and then another unit of Fleshhounds. All right, there it is. Bingo bango. Let's get back to the table and see what's happening.
Okay.
Right there?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
One damage each. So these are no repeat. Especially everything they do. Okay. So we'll advance these.
Okay, I am placed, my friend.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to choose bodyguard
Bodyguard
For his-
on those bloodletters.
on the bloodletters. Yep.
Sounds good. I'm going to go for priority target.
Okay.
So +1 to hit, +1 to wound against those 2 units.
Those units. Okay.
Yeah. On the Skyfires.
Okay. And then is that any attacks? So it's ranged or
Ranged, but it's only within 12 inches.
Okay.
So if I'm shooting you from outside of 12,
Yeah.
I don't get the +1/+1.
Good. Okay. All right. So now.
So before we move on, I have to roll my 9 dice.
Okay.
So we're gonna roll my fate dice. So 1, 6. This is the best roll I've had for this.
Alrighty, let's talk about dice cameras and the funny things that they do. I'm having issues with my dice cam again. I don't know why. It started out just fine, but it right before moments before the actual stream, it flicked off again. So, folks, I'm going to do my absolute best to actually capture the die rolls. I asked the guys to actually roll them in the middle of the table. And hopefully it doesn't detract from the overall stream. Again, I do apologize. I thought I fixed it, but apparently not. I want to take a moment to welcome, holy cow. All right, let's SM. Greetings from Greece. Well, greetings right back at you, my man. I don't know what time it is in Greece, but it's got to be pretty early in the morning, no? And then I want to say hi to Teresa. It says, hey all. Well, hey all, right back at you. And then Alan Y. Hello, let's do this indeed. I wonder if that's the same Teresa I know. How many Teresas can possibly be playing Warhammer? Teresa, if I know you, let me know.
The within 3 inches to do the place of power, the terrain.
Yep. Yep. That's
Okay.
start as well, so yeah.
I believe it is
It's on a 2+.
2+. Okay.
Yeah.
So on this one here, 2+.
Yeah.
Good.
So you have an unbind.
And no, it adds 1 to his casting. They're both priests.
If you're a priest, it adds +1 to cast.
+1 to casting. If you're if you're not a priest and you have a hero there, then he gets the unbind the manifestation.
Yes. Apologies, I
banishment.
forgot they were priests.
Yeah, no problem. And then the second one, yep, no problem.
You can only proc a place of power with 1 hero, if I'm not mistaken.
It says start of the turn. I'm not sure. It doesn't have a limitation on it that I see.
It says pick a friendly hero. So, so A as in 1.
Okay.
We can check if you like.
Well, that's fine. I'll just do it on the 1. No problem on that.
Okay. All right. Your tactic.
Tactic. I'm going to seize the center.
Seize the center?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so
So if it was a case you drew a objective or on the force. Even if you drew it, you wouldn't be able to score.
You don't want to do hero phase?
you're right. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I get mixed up.
No problem.
Hero phase. Okay. I'm going to. Do I have 18 inches on anything? No. Don't have any blood tithe. Don't have range of spells. I don't think there's anything else in my. Okay, let's do Unholy Flames. My unlimited spell.
Sure.
So I'm going to do it from this one here onto. Yeah, let's do it on this unit.
Sure.
And so essentially that's adds +1 Ren to the characteristic of the target melee weapons for the rest of the turn.
Makes sense. So you've got a +1 for this one.
Yeah. So 3. I needed 4s.
So you can
Or
bank,
5s. Yeah.
So you can bank 3.
Yeah, I'll bank 3. And then
All right, let's just slide it here for a moment. Daryl is a relatively new gamer to AoS. He's using the league to kind of basically break into the game, get a whole bunch of reps in. And when he says spells, he really means prayers, because there's Khorne does not tolerate wizards. Definitely does not tolerate wizards. Unholy Flames is actually super, super cool. Adding one red characteristic to the target's melee weapons is certainly no joke.
sure, you do. Yeah.
Let me think if I want to do something.
All right, well, my man is thinking. It is the Teresa I know. And hey, how you doing, Teresa? And I guess you are supporting your main man who's on stream right now, and that would be in the form of Daryl. Saying hi to Alan Y, of course. He's like doing some paperwork, and I guess listen to the stream as he's doing so. Is it busy here in the shop tonight? Yeah, it's a bit busy in the shop tonight. A lot of the tables are going. A bunch of fans of various games are popping off in the shop right now.
Yeah, but I can't unbind.
But I don't think you can unbind, yeah. So that's going to be Geminets.
And then how far from me?
9 from you.
Okay.
One more.
Just so I give you a range. Good. You're ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So what do they do?
They turn off commands.
Okay.
And their attack profile is 8 attacks, 3s and 3s.
8 per unit?
No, 4 per.
4.
Let me confirm the profile.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. So, okay, now you have to choose. Would you like to roll?
3s and 3s, rend 1, d3 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would charge here. I would just charge straight up.
So I'm gonna fail seize the center.
Unless you kill him.
Unless I kill him.
Yeah.
And how many wounds do they have?
8.
8.
Yeah.
4 and 4 or 8 altogether?
8 altogether. One
Okay.
pool. Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Over to you.
So let's do that. Let's see. 22, and then it's 3 inches. There. Just trying to see if I can get 22. Three. Don't think I get there. I'll move over a little.
If you can't, fight within one. But even if you can't fight within one, you can actually fight within two. That just goes over cheap. Yeah, it also goes to 7 on that you get. Oh, you're playing right? All right. So you've got plus money. That was, no, this is the, not fun.
Okay.
All right, very obviously, in retrospect, it's very easy to say, hey, I really wish he had picked a different battle tactic this round. But I really do wish he had picked a different battle tactic this round. He had the easy ability to just pick flanks. But what's nice about Seize the Center, and maybe that's why he wanted to get it done, is it was an opportunity to do it at the beginning. It'd been harder to potentially do it in the second round. But I find Seize the Center to be a great one to kind of like save for rounds 3 and 4 when things start spreading out and thinning out. It's actually quite easy to do it later in the game. Whereas flanks, the units you park all the way to the sides are pretty much out of play. So I like doing flanks initially at the beginning of the game to kind of get it out of the way so you can bring those units back into the actual game. With 2 units of dogs, just positioning it right off the bat would have been really, really easy to accomplish. I believe Daryl also outdropped the Tzeentch player and decided to go first. That's another thing I wish he hadn't done. So what does that mean? It basically means now that the Disciples of Tzeentch player has the ability to potentially go take a double because there's a priority roll for that next turn. Now, he does have to sacrifice his battle tactics, so he'll be down 4 points. But I guarantee you, if it's worth hollowing out a bunch of stuff, it's going to be worth doing. Sacrifice those 4 points almost always to do it. If you're going to go first, you have to, and I mean absolute paramount, that you score to apply pressure on that scoreboard. If he drops his tactic, he will not only not apply pressure, he'll lose out on 4 points. And it will mean, folks, that if the Tzeentch player wins priority for next round, although he will not be able to score a battle tactic, the scores will be relatively even. So really no sacrifice at all.
JPIs will charge you. Now, I do shape this console, and then I guess technically I have to go 2 inches up, 2 across, 3 here, 7. So this guy's going to still be high.
Okay, 3.
And then this guy goes 7.
Okay, so that's that. I don't have any shooting. So we will attempt charges. So I'm going to try to charge.
Sorry, I have shooting.
Yeah.
I will spend a CP.
Okay.
And I'm going to unleash hell with Skyfires.
Okay.
Into the dogs.
Okay.
So that'll be 13 shots.
All right. Is there any special modifications or anything?
So they don't take negative modifiers.
Okay.
When they're shooting things.
Right.
So it's just going to be 4s and 3s.
Okay.
So 12, 13. So it'll be 4s and 3s here. And 3s. That'll be 4 minus 1.
Okay. So at the dogs, dogs have a 6+ anyway, so that's nothing. So it'll just be the ward.
Okay, so D3 damage each.
Okay.
So that'll be 8 damage.
8. Okay, and it'll be 6 ward. So. cocked. Okay.
Safety
So
dog.
2, 4, 6, and they are 2 each. 6.
Yeah, Rob, when just because I can kill you, I can only bring back units.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's still dead.
And that's it.
That's it for my
Okay.
shooting. Yep.
So we'll try attempt to charge. Yeah, 12.
That's gonna do it.
All right, so you have 2 C4. Oh, you have 1. You spend it all.
And then we'll attempt with the blood letters.
And then I didn't go on.
7.
They got run.
Yeah.
Precision, you need line of sight.
All right, very important charge there. That is awesome. All right, so Daryl should be able to lift those manifestations, and then he should be able to easily do his secondary. So that'll be pretty awesome. He was maybe a little bit overzealous with the placement of his Bloodmaster. Maybe a little too deep. I think he might have forgot there is counter charge still on the table. So let's see if the Tzeentch player does that.
Don't think they are in range. Yeah.
10?
11.
10, 11, something like that.
Yeah. I won't try it.
Okay.
Okay.
Counter charge.
Okay.
3 up safe.
That looks like a 6 to me.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna be out of CP,
Okay.
but worth the Campbell to deny your tactic, I think.
Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
7, got it. So Black Kings are in. And there.
And there it is. So all he had to do to avoid that from happening was not going so deep with that Bloodmaster. It made that charge almost automatic. Well, 6-inch charge is not difficult to do. He could have parked on the other side of that, still got those bloodletters in as well, and shaved off at least 2 inches. He rolled a 7, folks. So if he was 2 inches further back, he would have failed that counter charge. And in fact, he probably wouldn't even have attempted it. And he would have completed his battle tactic. Tough lesson to learn, Daryl. But that's all right, buddy. Now you know.
I'm gonna fight with him first.
Sure.
Because I'm gonna fight with him. The blood letters can go right after.
Yep.
Okay. And then, all right. So he has 6 attacks, and I'm going to put it into. Sorry, I'm going to put it into. Let's put it into these guys.
Okay.
So -1 to hit.
-1 to hit. Yep.
Okay. So normally it's 3s. So I'll need 4s. Wow. And then so 1, and then it needs 2 to wound or 3 to wound.
Hey SM, how you doing, buddy? He does activate first, and can he wipe out a Tzeentch unit? Not with a Bloodmaster, he can't. And unfortunately, that Tzeentch unit is not a Tzeentch unit. It's actually a Blight Kings. Those are 3 wound models. There's 15 wounds there with a 5-up ward and a 3+ armor save. So even after the Bloodmaster reduces it to a 6-up ward, that's still a 3+ ward save. Goes all out defense. He can't, actually. He cannot do all out defense, folks. Sorry, I apologize. He did run out of CP, so it's just a straight up. It's an awful lot of wounds to chew through. And also -1 to hit on top of that because of Fulgoth's Regiment of Renowned. So I don't know. If he had all those bloodletters snuggled up to those Blight Kings, yeah, maybe you'd be right. But I am not certain he's going to be able to, because he has to wipe out all of them. He has to kill them all, or he fails his tactic.
Let's put 4 into the
Blight Kings?
Into the
Sure.
and then the others into there.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 champions on this side, so he's not doing that. Normally I need a 3, so it'll be 4s. Nice. All right, so 2 crits, so those are mortals.
Yep.
And then I don't roll those again, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
And then I need a 3 to wound. 1 more.
Okay.
And that is at 1 rend.
1 rend?
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll be a 4-up armor. I take it, meaning
Okay.
I take 3 ward saves.
Okay. Wait, let me just make sure. Yeah, damage is 1. Okay.
Yep. I would normally have saved 2.
Okay.
But because of you chain activating,
Yeah.
the
The
5
-1
actually
rend.
doesn't
Yeah.
save me. So 1 save,
Okay.
2 wounds. And that's your activation into the
there.
into the Geminids.
And then, so that was 4, so that should be 6 into there, and then 1 for the champion.
Should be more than that. You only took 4 guys.
Oh, we're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I think
It should be 6.
Now you've gone the opposite
Yeah,
way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then
Perfect. There we
more.
go.
All right, so again, that'll be 3s hit on those ones. Crit mortal,
Yeah. So 2 wounds.
and those. And then 3's the wound.
So 3 more. So 5 total.
Yeah, sorry, give me 1 second here. I'll add 1 to the red characteristic of melee weapons. That's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I failed the 1 armor I took on them anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is 5 damage on the Geminids.
Okay.
Next is going to be my activation. So we'll go with the Geminids
Okay.
and we'll attack the Herald.
Master, yep.
So we're gonna do the regular attacks first.
8 attacks, 3s and 3s. 5 hits and 3s. 5 wounds, -1.
So he normally has a save of 4, so it'd be 5s. Good.
Very nice. Good roll.
Then a
D3
D3.
for 3.
3. So he will only have the 6+ ward save. No. So 3 damage.
Yep, halfway there.
Yep. 6.
And then we're gonna go with the Blight Kings
Okay.
and pile in towards the blood letters. And we're just going to do 3 into the
Letters.
3 into the blood letters.
Yep.
And 2 including the champion into your heralds.
Okay.
And then you failed 2 saves. So these are going to be 3.
So 9 attacks into your herald.
Okay.
3s and 3s.
You can just roll these. Cavalry is back there. 9 damage. I'll leave that.
2.
Yeah, so this is 1.
2 at -1.
Okay. Into the Herald, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's 5s. Both of them safe.
Very nice. And then we've got 12 attacks into 7, 8, 9,
Blood letters.
10, 11, 12. 12 into the blood letters. 3s and 3s.
Nice.
And if you can fit 6 people within 6.
6 ones.
Wow.
3 at -1.
Okay. Normally they're 5, so it'd be 6.
We'll just fight with the.
Nothing, and then any
6 up.
1 damage each.
1 damage each, yeah.
Okay. So it'd be 5 up because they've already fought.
Yes, that is correct.
So 2. Kill one of them.
That guy over there is helping me out.
Okay. And anything else?
Nothing that I can think of.
Okay. At the end of the turn, because they're still in combat, I can get D3 models back.
Exactly.
There's only
So
one
just the
guy.
one guy dies, comes
Yeah.
back. He's not coherent over there.
Oh, he has to be within the 2, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
There we go.
Yep.
All right.
All right. So I have that one. I didn't. If they were on beginning of the
You
turn, I still
started on
have them.
them, yes.
Okay. So I was on with the dogs. I was on with them. Was on with them. So I have 3. I don't have more. So I get 2 and 2.
Yep,
Right. Okay. And then I didn't do my battle tactic.
that's correct. Okay.
300 for the entire.
So over to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for Offering of Carnage.
Okay.
So kill 2 units.
Yep.
So this list minimum went up to 120 points. So because these guys don't have a fight, we're just gonna pile it. So we're gonna go.
And we're going to reroll one of these 2s with my artifact
Okay.
into a 1. We're going to
When can I do redeploy?
redeploys after I've done all my movements.
Movement.
Yeah. So that's that. Then we're going to right spellcasting and things.
Okay.
So prayer for my priest. He gets 2. Gonna bank it. Spellcasting for the. We'll start with Kairos
Okay.
into your heralds.
Okay.
We're gonna do a bolt of Tzeentch. So that's cocked. We're gonna re-roll that. On a 7.
Okay.
So D3 mortals unless you roll a 5 up.
I can't interact with you. You can't interact with I can't interact
Don't
with you.
you roll 5 ups every time you're affected by a spell?
Only if the guy's on there and he's within 80 inches.
Oh.
He has to be manned before I.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So that's just gonna be D3 then. For 2.
Okay. Sorry, on.
On the herald
The
right
herald.
here.
So it's mortals.
Mortals, yes.
Okay. So 6s. Nope.
Okay, so he's down to 1 wound remaining. Next is going to be the bird.
Okay.
Is going to do Bolt of Tzeentch on him as well.
Okay. And that's an unlimited spell?
Unlimited spell, yeah. On a 10,
Yep.
so goes off. D3 mortals on him, so he die, unless you roll a ward. So
Yep.
2 on him.
6s. Nope.
Okay, so that's 1 unit dead.
All right, as I bop around trying to capture the dice because my dice camera's down for whatever reason, you're looking at it. So he rolled an 8. Why is he counting it as a 10? That's because the birds have the ability to take the highest die and just turn the other die into the highest die. So they are sorcerers supreme, folks. They are very, very good at casting spells. The battle tactic that he picked was Offering of Carnage, which is a chaos-specific battle tactic. If you do not play chaos, you cannot perform this battle tactic. And it's literally just kill 2 enemy units. That's it. It is an absolutely amazing battle tactic, sorry.
Is it D3 mortals?
Okay.
So just 1 D3
Okay.
for 1.
6. Nope.
Next is going to be Kairos. Kairos is going to cast he's going to cast his spell,
Okay.
which is Arcane Suggestion.
On.
On the Bloodletter start.
Okay.
I should have said that. So that's going to be 11.
Okay.
So they're going to be -1 to save.
Okay.
So yeah, -1 to save. Next is going to be the last spell, which is going to be Turn to Spawn. Transform to spawn into the dogs. So goes off on a 7.
Let me just check one thing on them. No. Okay.
So sorry, folks. Looks like the sound was cutting off, but I think I got it. Let me know if that's the case. I just want to take a moment to actually talk about Arcane Suggestion. I really wish Mitch had used Arcane Suggestion to deny the unit's command instead of just -1 armor save. Because Arcane Suggestion, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Arcane Suggestion denies the unit from using commands until your next hero phase. And that's just effectively a much bigger deal than than just -1 armor save. All right, looks like the sound is working just fine right now. I guess it's user error on my part. Forgive me, folks. Let's get back to the game.
2 saves, 2 go through.
Okay.
So 1 dies and 1 wound on the next one. All right, and then we're going to go into movement, and
So
2d6 on the spawn.
Okay.
He's going 7.
So the first one, there's 4 of these to do. So the first one,
And then
second one, he's dead.
these guys.
Third one, second one is dead, and the last one is not 1. Well, thank goodness. The block is still alive.
So those Skyfires are going to be hunting after that Bloodthirster. It is a big deal. If he can actually kill that Bloodthirster right now or ding it really, really, really hard, it will be worth it. He is looking to definitely try to kill it if he can. And it is a possibility. Now, because Mitch also plays Blades of Khorne, or is very familiar with the army in any case, he is very, very wary of murder lust. And he's definitely trying to make sure that Daryl can't just engage that unit and pin it down. All right, so those Skyfires are basically circling and getting ready to just lambaste that Bloodthirster with D3 damage. Here, let's get a nice, better shot on that. There it is. All right, well, the nice thing is the majority of the units in the center survived the absolute hurricane of spells that came off all those big chickens. So it's still there, and they're scrumming for the middle. Real shame that he dropped his tactic at the beginning. But he's hanging in there, which is the important part. My only other criticism here, the Bloodthirster is maybe a little too far to the side. I would have loved him more in the middle so that he could had more options to actually devour. But if it doesn't die, it will just absolutely lambaste those Skyfires in return. So we'll see what happens.
All right, that is my movement. So would you like to redeploy?
Yeah, I'm gonna redeploy the dog.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm gonna redeploy the
Herald?
the Herald. Yeah.
Sure. 6 inches.
My intent is to put him out of vision.
Okay. The flamers can see you from this side now.
Even through here?
Like if you see here,
Yeah.
taller than the building,
Yeah.
I can see you right there. Okay.
Now, would they be able to see me? That's the other
Yes.
thing.
Yes, they would.
Okay. I'm just wondering which is the worst to take from it.
Ooh, I think Daryl's misidentifying and humming-hawing over something that is really not that consequential. There is no way those Skyfires are hunting after that Herald, and I'm pretty darn sure those Flamers are not going to be going after him either. The Flamers are going to absolutely unload into the Bloodletters in the center of the board, and those Skyfires are almost definitively going to unload into the Bloodthirster. Now, I might be wrong, but I believe he measured 12 inches to the Bloodthirster to the Skyfires, so we'll see what happens.
We're going to start with the Flamers.
Can they fire into combat?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
Yep. So we're going to put one guy into the dog,
Okay.
and the 5 guys, including the champion, will go into the Bloodletters.
Okay.
So, actually, before that, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to start with the Lord of Change with his rod. I'm going to fire into the Bloodletters.
Okay. And he can fire into combat?
Yeah, everybody can fire into combat. There's no restriction for firing into combat in the game.
I thought there was. It had to have a specific title on it saying fire into combat.
That's shoot in combat. That's if you yourself, the firer,
Yeah.
is in combat.
Well, then is there no penalty for firing into combat?
No.
That doesn't seem right.
Okay.
No, I just it doesn't seem right that you. Shoot in combat, weapon ability. Weapon can be used to make shooting. There's no penalty at all.
This is standard rules for AoS.
All right.
All
Okay.
right. So 2d6 shots.
Yeah.
So that'll be 7 shots. And 7 shots. This will be 3s and 3s into the Bloodletters.
Okay.
5 hits. And 3s. It's cocked. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
For 3.
Okay.
No armor because I'm -1 normally, and I've cast the Cairo spell on you for another -1.
Okay.
So -2.
So
So
just the.
So 3 damage.
Okay.
Just the wards.
Now it's the end of the turn. Is that at the end of the full turn, like the round?
turn,
Okay.
yes.
So they will have the 5+ ward save
For what?
because the fight. So it gives them until the end of the turn.
Only till the end of your turn.
Okay, that's what I was making.
Yeah, sorry, I just
Okay.
didn't understand.
Yeah. So it'd be 6s. And so how many was it? There was 3, but
3 damage.
3 damage each.
da-
Oh,
one
3
damage
damage total.
Yeah,
Okay. So 6s. Mm-hmm. Nice.
very nice. So 1, and most importantly, the reason why I shot at them first with the Lord of
Makes them
Change,
burning.
make them burning,
Okay.
because now the Flamers are going to have +1 to wound. So we'll do the 3 shots into the dog first,
Okay.
and then we're going to do 16 shots into.
Now it doesn't double stack for burning or anything, does it? No. Like you can't have 2 instances of burning on it.
No,
now.
no,
Okay.
you cannot. So this is 3 shots into your dog.
Yep.
3s and 4s for this one.
Okay.
2 hits. 1 wound.
Okay.
Minus.
Well, he's only on 6+, so if it's any minus, he's done.
Actually, there's no minus because you're not infantry.
Oh, okay.
So it's no minus. So you get a 6
So
up armor.
6 armor. Nothing.
So D3 wounds.
Okay.
For 2.
At 6s again. Nope.
So that's my tactic achieved. And 16 shots into the Bloodletters.
Okay.
This is going to be 3s and 3s. So that'll be 7 at -2. So no armor.
Okay.
So 7d3. So it's going to be d3 each
Okay.
for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15.
So 6s. Nice. So 2 have saved. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the
7.
1 kills. Yeah. So 1, 4, 5, 6.
Don't think this guy's going to be coherent if you do that.
Well, if it's only the 3, they are going to be coherent.
Half-inch coherency.
It's a half? I thought it was 2 inches.
Half-inch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, Daryl plays a lot of 40K, and he's blending rules. There he is. Probably the very first time he's actually encountered a shooting army with his Khorne army as well. So that was a bit of a surprise for him. The whole shooting in combat. Because in 40K, you can't shoot into combat. And if for no reason, you just can't do it. So kind of seeing that for the very first time, I think took him by surprise as well.
13. So 3s and 2s.
Okay.
So 3. Oh. So that'll be 6 at -1.
Okay. Okay. So he has a 4, so it'll be 5s. Nothing.
Okay, so 63.
Okay.
So that's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
10, 12, 14. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So he has a ward of
5 up.
5, yeah. 1, 2, 3. So 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So he's down to 4.
Yeah. Okay. And that is going to be it for shooting.
Okay.
So you have no shooting, so charges. We're going to start with these guys. On a 7. That's enough. Okay. Spawn is going to charge the dogs.
Okay.
On a 7. Hello, Brother Clarence. And that is all my charges. Actually, no. We'll charge with the this guy.
Yep.
So 12. Okay.
Buddy, I fucking bit a 6-inch charge. Leave me alone.
He's actually gonna go all the way here. And he can see. And he is within 3, so he will be able to attack that guy.
That is a heck of a very fortunate charge. 12-inch charge to the piece of the terrain, which allowed him then to get within 3 of the Herald. And he's going to try to put him in the ground right now. This turn is going not too shabby for the Khorne guy.
Yeah, can you countercharge? It's 1 or 2 CP?
2 CP, so it'll be both CPs.
Okay. So I'm going to. I'm going to countercharge with the.
Sure.
Seven.
7, very nice. Oh, careful.
Oh, you're losing here.
The scythe. Oh, it broke.
It's broken, yeah.
It broke? Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Not a problem.
Someone fight back here? So fight with the what's your toughness? Nothing. 3 saves. 4 saves. 4 is 18.
Let's put this in there.
All right, a fortunate charge followed by another fortunate charge. Good fortune for everyone. I am not 100% certain that that Nurgle priest guy is going to be able to put the Herald into the ground, but I'm very, very certain those bloodletters are going to just rip the crap out of that Nurgle model. So we'll see where the dust settles in the end. Yikes.
Not on the charge phase, no.
In the fight phase, beginning of fight phase, anything to declare?
No.
No? Okay, so activations. So my first activation is going to be the Harbinger,
Okay.
going into your Bloodmaster.
Okay.
So that'll be 3 attacks.
Now, do I get cover because he's on the other side of the terrain, technically?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Because I can see you and you're not in area terrain, so
Okay.
yeah.
So you killed 1, 2, 3 things.
So 3s and 3s.
So I would kill at least 2.
1 hit,
Okay.
1 wound, -1.
So normally a 4, so 5s. No.
3 damage.
3. So 6s. Takes 3.
And then the mount, 1 hit, nothing.
Okay. Now he has -1 to hit because that's just who he is.
That's just the regimen.
Okay. All right, so let's do the same thing. So he's going to attack, and then these guys are going to attack right after.
Yep. I was really counting on him killing the Bloodmaster, but unfortunately it didn't take.
No, don't do that, Daryl. that guy's done, my man. I would have much preferred him activating those bloodletters in the center of the board, because those guys are going to peace out really, really quick. He would have still been able to do everything that he's doing right now at just a later step, and potentially do something with the bloodletters that are in the center of the board before they die. But sometimes when you're in the fight, I know I've done it, you get caught up in the moment and you activate badly. There it is. I have definitely done that myself, so I feel for him. But the better move for sure would have been to activate those other bloodletters. Yeah.
No prisoners. Behind us, kill stuff and go behind.
This store plan, right? 3 attacks, 3 supporters, minus 2 technically because of flower. When I charge again, extra rent. So it's rent 2. Right now, this thing is being absolutely destroyed because it's doing a minus 1 aura, and these are all minus 1. Okay. So I guess ogres. Like,
We'll see if we can bang a 9 here, but disrespect. I owe you a battle shot.
Okay. All right, so my hero is here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 12, I would say.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 for the hero.
So -1 to hit.
So it'll be 4s. Mortal. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of. All right, and then 3s. Okay. All right, so 4 at -1, 1 damage.
So 4 -1 is going to be a 4-up armor. I save 3.
Okay,
Take 1 and 2 mortals.
2 mortals.
So 3 total. 3 total wards. Take all 3 because of your -1 to ward.
Okay. So he had 2.
No, that was his prayer.
Oh, his prayer buildup. Okay.
Yeah.
How many does he have left?
4 left.
Okay.
Okay. And then my activation, I'll go with the Geminids.
Okay.
And
Okay, so the priest lived. That was unexpected. I thought for sure he would have been picked up by all those bloodletters. I guess just it just happens, folks.
3s and 3s. 4 hits. And 3s. 3 wounds, -1, so -2 because of the spell I did from Kairos.
Okay.
So going straight through. So 3d3 for 6.
Okay. And 6s. 1, 2, and 1's left with 1.
All right, your activation
I'm going to activate these bloodletters into there.
Sure.
With all the sustains and whatnot.
I don't know if they'll all get in. I think only the first 3 rows. Just out. So 2 of them.
2 are out?
2 back are out. Yeah.
Sure, sounds good.
Okay. So that's 20, so 18. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll do them in
Batches?
yeah.
Sure.
And then the one with the champion will be in here.
Sure.
The first 9.
10. Oh, or did I
have 10 in there?
miscount?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh,
Yeah.
apologies.
No problem. All right, so not -1 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, I've got it. All right, so it'll be 3s. Oh, reroll or
No, those are good.
Okay.
Those are good.
so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
Wow.
mortals,
That was amazing.
and then
And
3s, and then 3s again.
yep. So
So 4 at -1.
4 5-up armors.
Okay.
Save 2, take 2, plus 8, so 10 total. So 10 5-up wards.
Okay. That's good.
That was amazing.
Another 3. Good.
Take 4. All right. All right. And then my activation, we'll go with the Blood Kings.
Okay.
Into the Bloodletter.
Yep.
So that should be 17 dice.
Okay.
These are not mine.
And 15, 17. This will be 3s and 3s.
Okay.
We'll shoot.
Okay. So those will go right through, right? Because it's takes off all armor.
Yes.
1 rend and 1. So
Yes.
don't worry about rolling it.
Okay.
You've got enough that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Of course. Yeah. Sorry. So over here. Okay.
All right. So he's dead.
Yep.
You have your fire token back.
Thank you.
I don't have any other. Oh, activation. I could do that one. So we'll do that.
All right, I just want to take a moment to welcome anyone new to the channel. Welcome to us. We are Explain It Live, and we are coming out of a little small shop located in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. And yeah, welcome to us. This is a small little window into our store. We're running a league currently. It's been 5 rounds. Each round's 3 rounds. So this thing's been going on for like 5 months, give or take. Sorry, pardon me. So this is a culmination of the event. These guys are about midway rank, give or take. We're not talking top tables, but we're going to be aiming to stream the top tables in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. The league was an excuse for many people to jump into the game. We had roughly about 32 players, and a lot of people new to AoS jumped into the game. They weren't there to win the event or anything like that. They were there to just play games and kind of get used to it, used to mechanics and all. So if you like that kind of thing and just streaming games in general, well, hit that subscribe button, folks. We'd love for you to do that. We're fast approaching the whole 500 subscribers. That's right. Our channel's got to start somewhere. And honestly, we'd like to thank everyone out there who has taken the time to subscribe. We really, really do appreciate it. All right, let's get back to the game.
Take 3.
Okay.
Yeah, but it requires me to actually be able to kill any more units.
All right. Then we're going to go with spawn, I guess.
Okay.
So 2d6 attacks. For 7. 7.
No, I can still shoot.
5s and 4s. Crit 2 hits.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4s. Nothing.
Okay.
So that's 10 done. Then I believe you are done as well.
Okay.
So it's just the the light lords. So 4 each. So okay. So 8 dice. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s.
Okay.
Drop 3. That'll be 2 going 2 at -1.
Okay. So they will have 6s. Four to 1.
4 damage.
4 damage.
Total, yeah.
So they will have 5s because they've attacked.
Yeah.
That one takes 1.
Nice. And 12 attacks from the flies. Fours and 3s. That's going to be 3 at no rent.
Okay. So 5s. 2, and then
5s again. Yeah.
1 damage.
1 damage each.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 and a 6.
Very good. Awesome. That was all the fighting.
Okay.
Which brings us to end of turn stuff. I have no burning. You have no burning units.
Nope.
You haven't lost blood letters from those units.
No.
So you're good. So that's it for end of turn, just scoring. I will score my tactic.
So I'm going to do a...
And I will score hold 1, hold 2.
It depends, because I can't actually walk them. I get a 7 on the dot.
Which brings us to roll for a prio.
Okay.
This is just game.
1.
No, he's got
5.
he's specific one and then jet. Okay, number of balls we use 6. Okay, looking for 5. 2 mortals. And then this will fit. Okay.
I'm actually going to give it away to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So 4.
So you have 5 CP because you're underdog.
Okay.
I have 4.
I guess I might as well be. Yeah, I need to keep her here.
I'm going to choose Offering of Carnage.
Okay.
To ignore positives. 3 down, 5 across, 11 inches to charge yourself 8 down. So let's see if I make it.
He's a priest, right?
Yes, he
He's
is.
not a.
These dudes, I'm gonna charge spells. It's gonna be a 2-inch charge.
And I have to see the thing if I want to banish it, right?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Loyalist Angry Boy versus AoS. He's got a 12. The rest of them not based.
Okay. Well, I can't really do anything. I can't ascend because he has to be out of combat. I read that wrong. The thing will still do on a 5+ to ignore the spell. It just will give me a blood tithe if there was somebody on there.
Oh, okay.
So that's okay.
All right.
So going forward, we'll do that.
Sounds good.
And then
How good are you in combat? You're good in combat, right?
All right. So we're trying to troubleshoot our camera in the background, folks. Sorry for the delay on the commentary, but interesting move on Mitch's part, winning priority, and he decides to give it away. And would you have done the same thing? Basically, currently right now, the Skyfires are in position to actually lift the Bloodthirster. The Bloodthirster, if I remember correctly, is only on 4 wounds left. But he wanted to have the double still. That Bloodthirster is not engaged to my understanding. I don't see anything. He's definitely not within 3 inches of those flies. So it could just flap over and land. I understand now what he's saying. Well, if you flap over, it does still have covering fire. And there it is. And that's what it'll do. What he's planning on doing is covering fire, because what will happen is he'll move, and he'll just get an opportunity in the shooting phase to just kill the Bloodthirster anyway. And there it is. And everything else he doesn't mind. Losing the priest, that white model close to the center, just above the Geminids, is not a big deal to him. He still has the vast majority of his firepower, and more importantly, he's got those bloodletters tied up on one side, the bloodletters tied up on the other side, and the Bloodthirster should die this round as well. So good call on Mitch's part, and that it would be the Disciples of Tzeentch, the Tzeentch players' part. I keep on forgetting about covering fire and the fact that those Skyfires do not suffer any modifiers at all. So odds are real good. He'll put that Bloodthirster in the ground.
Sounds good. All right. And then I would like to cast a spell as well.
Okay.
So I will roll from Kairos, Bolt of Tzeentch onto the bloodletters.
Okay.
Right. On a 12, so
Sure.
okay, so D3 for 1.
Okay. So they will have a 6 ward. Close. 5.
All right.
1 damage.
And most importantly,
Okay.
burning.
All right. So then we move into movement.
The burning technically happens in the shooting phase, but it's going to happen anyway.
Okay.
So.
Okay, now the sergeant's attacking. He's gonna start with 5, on that. 1. 2, please. Give me 2. 3.
So you won't have enough movement to clear
You don't think so?
because he has to be more than 3 inches away from me.
Oh, before you. Technically here.
Yeah, might be able to fit there.
3. I don't think I do. He's too wide his base. Oh, could I rally him?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, let's do that.
Sure.
Sorry, 1d6?
6 dice.
Okay.
And every 4 up is a heal.
I got 2 more.
2.
Okay.
Thank you.
How's it going?
So he's up to 6.
Just the 1. You're good. Survives. And then the rest of these wolf fight your extended. Well, I have to fight first and then you fight your So there's a chance if you survive, you can obviously only fight both of them. No.
No guts, no glory.
Take care.
Okay. They're in combat, so they can't move, can't move, can't move. Or I don't want them to move. All right. Let's move to shooting.
Yep.
Do you have anything for shooting? I
would
don't
like
have any.
to shoot. So I'll go down a CP.
Yep.
I'm going to covering fire here.
Yep.
So I'll be 13 shots.
I only rolled the 6, and then I took out 6. I got the actual plus 1
3s and 2s because they don't take negative modifiers, but they do take positive modifiers.
Okay.
So 3s and 2s.
looking for 6s here. 2. AP1.
2s.
Good. Khorne says he should survive. Yeah.
So that's going to be 7 at -1.
So 7 at 5. So miss 3 of them.
So 3 go through.
Yep.
So 3d3 for 5. You live.
And
5 upward.
yeah, 5 upward.
This is going to be
4 of them.
Your rally saved your bacon.
That was absolutely huge. So 100% Mitch was counting on that covering fire to kill that Bloodthirster. And now we're in the roar, Raggy stage of the game. That Bloodthirster is going to just plow the absolute bejesus out of those Skyfires. And that should be where he first activates, as he's on his last legs himself. If it's a huge win for Daryl if he actually crushes this unit.
3.
Yeah.
Nothing. All right.
All right.
So now the
So that's that. And then everybody else is in combat, so they charge. All right. So we'll start combat.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Let's they're not he's not long for this world, so let's get him going. So his axe is going to have 3 attacks.
Yep. Because he's battle damaged. That's
Yeah.
why. Okay.
3. No minuses or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
No, you're fine.
So 3s. And he's anti-infantry. Is that only on the
Infantry.
6s?
No, it's only infantry.
Okay.
They're not infantry.
Yeah, no
They're
problem.
cav, yeah.
So 3.
2 hits.
No, I won't re-roll. And then 2s to wound. Both wound.
2 wounds. Ren 2, right?
Ren 2, 5 damage.
Ren 2, 5 damage. So this will be 6 up armor.
Okay.
I take both, so 10 damage. So
you do. All right.
10 damage.
Okay.
My activation, go with the Herald.
Okay.
We're gonna attack the Herald.
Well, that was slightly disappointing. I was kind of hoping to see that Bloodthirster just absolutely pick up that unit of Skyfires. Didn't happen. Heartbreaking. All right, so we're going into other combats right now, but almost assuredly that priest, that white model you see close to the center of the screen, that'll probably die this turn. But here's the thing. Tzeentch is next. Because Mitch gave away the turn, he will have a turn right after this. So he is in a pretty good tempo spot for sure. Real shame that the Khorne player could pick up that unit of Skyfires.
3, 1
Plus
damage.
1 damage.
Okay. On a 6. 1 damage.
1 remaining.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. So we'll do the chain reaction then. So
Yeah.
there, and then
That's what I was trying to prevent.
yeah. All right. So he's going to attack 5 attacks. He has 3s, but it'll be 4s. Wow. 2. And then it is 3s to wound.
Yep. I'm all out defensing. Sorry, I should say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 1.
One Ren 1.
Ren 1. Yeah, he doesn't have anything else on it. Okay, so
Okay,
yeah, Ren
so
1.
3 up armor. I take it.
Okay.
How much damage?
It's 1 damage each. Oh, sorry, 2 damage. 2 damage on
Okay,
this.
so 1 goes through and 2 go through.
Okay.
So he's taking 4 now. and then your bloodletters.
Okay.
So they're going to be -1 to hit, -1 to wound as well now.
Okay.
Because of burning.
Because of
Burning.
Oh, the burning. Okay. No, I can get within 3 inches of these.
You're
ones,
already
but
within
it'll be-
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're...
Ton of sixes. Another 6. Red one.
Just did a quick check to see if burning was actually keyworded to anything, but no, it's just if you have the keyword burning, which that unit does have, anytime it attacks one of your units, it's subtract 1 from the wound roll. So yeah, when it looks at a Regiment of Renown, even though they're not Tzeentch units, they're -1 to wound it. Combined with the -1 to hit is the secret sauce and why I guess the Tzeentch guys have been loving this Regiment of Renown.
Okay, so I'm going to put 4 guys into them.
Into the Geminids, okay?
Yeah.
Sure.
And then what the last guy?
So just the leader.
Okay, let's put 5. 5 into these guys, and then the rest here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, and he's just 8. So 5 there and 10 here.
Okay.
Okay. And the champions on this side.
Sure.
So we'll do the 5. 5. Okay. Now anything against them? They're not the Nurgle thing. So what's
They're not -1 to hit, but they are -1 to wound. Yeah.
And then behind I'm just 4 for 3.
Okay. So 3s. So 5. Wow. Only 2.
Okay.
And then 4s to wound.
I have myself at 34 as well.
1. 1 rend. Well, 1 rend, 2 rend, and then against the ward save 2.
So just 1 damage. Okay.
And then we got 10 going into the other. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 1 more for the champion.
Yep. So this is going to be 4s and 4s.
Your turn, you score hold again.
Okay. So 2 crit mortals. And then 4s again. Rid of that. Rid of that. So 5. -1 rend. They don't have anything else, and then the. Sorry. No, -2 rend.
-2 rend?
Yeah, and then the 1 for the ward, -1 to your ward.
Sounds good. So this is going to be 4-up armor because
Okay.
of all our defense. I save 3, take 2, and you have done 2 mortals as well, right?
Yes.
So 4 total. So 4 6-ups. Nope, you got him. It's the -1 to ward that did it.
Okay.
Okay. And
So that's that.
then my activation will go with
Spawn.
Spawn. Going to attack with 2d6 shot attacks. That's cocked. Snake Eyes, so it'll be 2 attacks total for 2 hits because it's crit 2 hits.
Okay.
And nothing.
Okay.
Very eventful.
This has been a very, very close fight in general, back and forth. The Khorne player picked Offering of Carnage. He has to kill his second unit. He's killed 1, but has not killed 2 yet. His last chance is actually lifting these Nurgle flies. We'll see what happens. They have taken... It looks like they've taken 3 wounds. Those are 8 wound models apiece. There's 13 wounds left in that unit. Can the unit of Bloodletters... I imagine there's a hero there as well. Daryl has to watch his coherency, though. He's just not. He's playing 40k again. He doesn't need to be in base to base anyway because everyone's engaged within 3. So it's not like he's going to be denied attacks or anything like that. But those guys can't be positioned the way they are, is all I am saying. All right, well, let's see if he gets his battle tactic.
Everyone's in.
Okay.
I hadn't lost any, so it's 20.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Did I do the second round of attacks on the last one? I don't know if I did or not.
I'm
2,
not
3,
sure.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 3s. There's nothing that stops them.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to be able to move 6 inches. I can't remember.
Okay. And then 3s again.
That's what I would have done. Then you
6 inches.
So 7 and 6 mortals.
Okay, so 7 5 ups.
-1, yeah.
Yeah, so 7 5 ups. Save 3. Take 4 plus
Another 6.
another 6, so 10 total. Four, 5. Take 5. So kills the bug.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 for the champion. Other. Need 3s. Okay. All right. 2, 4, 6, 8 saves -1.
8 5 ups. Save 1. And
Then
10 total.
It persists until the end, right?
Yeah.
10 5 up wards. So 3, so got 1 wound remaining.
Okay.
You hate him being at 1. I hate him being at 1. I lost 6 wolves because of the that was huge. I lost 200 points.
Okay, and then my activation. I have him, I have them, I have them. You've gone with everything besides the dogs, right?
Yeah, dogs the last thing.
Okay. Was your intention to pull in the Blight Kings or no?
If it happened, it happened. I was getting into the other things, but if I'm within 3, then
You are.
okay.
Okay. So I have them as well. Okay. We'll start here.
Okay.
So they're gonna pile like that.
All right, as the Tzeentch player is piling in, I'd just like to welcome Craig TW, shouting out Go Nurgle, is one of his favorite armies. And then we have Gamers Paradise. How often are the streams in any 40K? Well, the streams are pretty often, once a week. AoS Wednesdays is every Wednesday. Well, at least that's what we aim for. And then 40K Fridays, my friend, is every Friday. And again, that's what we try to aim for. Why is it a maybe? Well, mostly because we are hinging on our lovely customers or our patrons to come to the shop, and things happen. You know, a guy plans on coming out, and then girlfriend, wife is not too happy about it, and they have to bail. that has occasionally happened, but we basically aim to stream every Friday and every Wednesday, and then we also stream our tournaments. So we hold roughly a 40K tournament once a month, and we also hold roughly a AoS tournament once a month. So my man, if you like that kind of thing, heck, we really would super appreciate you hit that subscribe button, maybe flash us a thumbs up. That would help us out an enormous amount. We are a teeny tiny channel, and we're trying to aim to be something a little bit bigger than what we are, and we can only do it with your help.
For 5.
Fives.
No, he's gone.
So he has Deadly Demise.
Okay.
I wish. No Deadly Demise. That's the 40K where he blows up.
Oh, got it. Okay. I was not sure what you were referring to. All right. So that's that gone, and then your
so
dogs.
my dog's over there.
Yeah.
They're all still in there. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they are. There's 5s, I believe.
4s and 4s, I think.
So they said here.
4s and 3s.
4s and 3s? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Good. 3s.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge here.
6. No rend.
6, no rend. How many wounds are you? 5. Oh, it doesn't matter. 4. He's dead.
Woo. It's another blood tide.
Yes, sir. And most importantly, your tactic.
And my tactic.
Yeah. And then my activation with everything else.
Yeah,
So-
those 2 there.
So Geminids,
Did you attack with your bugs?
not yet.
Okay.
So Geminids are gonna move out of the way. Attack the bloodletters. So 8 attacks. 3s and 3s. 4 misses. 3 wounds, -1.
So 6s. Yeah.
2d3?
And then just 1. Oh,
It was a 6.
2. Yeah, 2 of them.
4/4.
And they have fought, so they'll have a 5+ ward. 3.
Okay.
So 1,
And 2.
2.
Okay. And then my activation continued.
5 ups.
We'll go with the bug. 4 attacks, 3s and 3s. 3 hits.
Does she blow?
1 wound.
Nice.
-1.
So 6s. Nope.
Okay. And then 1 damage.
How much? 1?
1 damage, yeah.
And then 5 plus ward. Nope.
And then
The one guy.
6 attacks from the bug. 4 hits. 2 wounds. No rend.
So 5s. Nope. And then 5s. 1.
Okay. And then Blood Kings.
As each player continues to move, I just want to flash over right over to here, and you'll see those blood letters strung out in one single line like that. Unfortunately, folks, just so you know, you cannot do that. That is broken coherency, and you'd lose models until you fall back. I think Mitch completely understands that Daryl's played a lot of 40K, and is simply not allowing him to do it because it doesn't really make that much of a difference. But just to be clear, in case you spotted, hey, that guy's trying to cheat. He's not trying to cheat. Daryl's not trying to cheat at all. He just plays an enormous amount of 40K, and he's learning AoS. That's all there is to it.
So 6, 9 total, -1.
Only -1.
Yeah, only -1. Burning doesn't do rend.
So it's 9.
9, yeah.
4, 8, 9, -1. So 6s.
Yep.
2 save.
Very nice.
And then 5 wards. Just 1 damage each, right?
1 damage each, yeah. So 5.
So there's no one damaged. So 2 and 1. Can I do that? And 1.
Nice. All right.
And that looks like it.
That is it for fighting.
Okay.
End of turn. This is whose turn is it? Yours, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do your bring back blood letters first.
Okay. So it's 2.
Actually, hang on.
Actually,
a
it
second.
heals the burning.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
And then they've lost 1.
So just brings back. Yeah. All right.
And yeah, that's it.
Okay.
How many CP do I have? I think it's down at 1.
I don't know if you've used much. You've only used the 1
Okay.
for rally. I don't remember you using anything else.
Okay.
I used 3.
All right.
So my turn now.
Yeah.
Give more shots. Huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. Thank you.
So I still have the 3. Still have so have 1, have 2, and then my thing. I don't have more than you.
Yep. So 12 points for you. Okay. So over to me. My turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for. What am I gonna go for?
All right, as he ruminates over his decisions, let's talk about Daryl's turn. That was not a bad turn for a guy that, well, in the end, it was not a bad turn, period. He did unfortunately lose his Bloodthirster, but that was to be expected. The fact that he got a chance to swing with it and do some damage was great, actually. But he did complete his battle tactic, so that's pretty fantastic. He did put a hurting on those Skyfires, which is also pretty fantastic. So not bad. He killed the priest as well and scored really, really well. So you can't ask for much more than that, folks. But now it's the Tzeentch turn. This is the turn that he gave. The turn he gave away happened, and now it's his turn. And he still has the possibility of doubling him here if he so wishes. And that's where things start getting interesting. I'm pretty sure if he wins priority going into round number 3, that he will take it. So what's he going to try and do this round? He's going to put as much hurt into those bloodletters you see in the center of the board as he can. That'll be one thing. He's got some issues for sure. Those Fleshhounds are completely free, and by Fleshhounds I mean the unit in gray to the far left of your screen. Why is that important? Well, they can start actually capping objectives themselves and basically get more and position the Khorne player in a much better spot. There's a lot of work to be done. That fly is on its last legs. It cannot retreat. It'll just die if it does so. Can't really rely on a ward save to save him. So he's got some work to do for sure. I imagine he's going to try to rally the Skyfires if he hasn't already done so. There's still a lot of wounds and a lot of hammers on the board.
Nice. So then, now the Lord of Change can attempt. No, he cannot. He's hidden. He's hidden from the Lord of Change.
Okay.
Okay. That's annoying. And then we'll go with Kairos is going to do change to spawn onto the bloodletters.
Okay.
On a 7.
Okay. Let's see if it stops it.
That's yep.
Yep.
So you do stop it. Next is going to be what's it going to be? We're going to do Arcane Suggestion.
Okay.
On a 9. Okay, so they're going to be -1 to save.
Okay.
So,
Some Rend 1.
well, -1 to save, so a rend stacks with it. Yeah. And then we'll go with this guy. He's going to do Tzeentch's Firestorm onto the bloodletters. On a 10.
Nope.
Nope. So 9 dice.
Uh,
Every 6 is D3 mortals.
okay, wait a sec. Okay, I'm going to use 2 of the Blood Tithe points, and I'm going to unbind the spell.
Is that before or after you attempt to stop with the...
All it says is you can, so reaction opponents declare a spell ability.
So...
I don't know. And then it says you can only use this ability if you have not used another Blood Tithe. Spend 2 Blood Tithe points, that spell is unbound.
Okay, sure, no problem. Okay. That works. And then we'll do Bolt of Tzeentch into them.
Okay.
On a 9, so...
Nope, okay.
So D3 for 3.
3. On 6s. 2.
Kills
So
1.
it kills 1, and 1's down to 1 wound.
Yep. And then burning, importantly, is what I was going for. And then that is that. So that's it for. I want to do that. I'm going to rally the Skyfires.
Okay.
Am I? No. What else do I need a CP for? Nothing else really. Oh no, all out attack. It's fine. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
So yeah. So over to movement.
Okay.
There.
Okay, that match phase didn't go all that spectacular. He didn't. I mean, he scattered. He got burning off, I guess. So those bloodletters in the center are going to be -1 to wound all his Tzeentch army and Nurgle stuff that he has there. So that's cool. He wanted the all-out attack on those flamers to try and do as much work on the bloodletters as possible. Bloodletters are such anvils and such damage sponges. It is crazy, and the fact that they could just get D3 guys back is just so spectacular. I do not understand why Khorne has such great durability and recurring, and Nurgle doesn't. It's so weird. It's so weird. Well, there's a lot of shots coming in right now. So Skyfire, I could just see absolutely everything, and I mean everything. Both chickens, flamers, and Skyfires will go right into that bloodletter unit and try to whittle it down. Here's the danger, though. Well, not the danger. The danger for the next round is almost assuredly that fly you see to your far left of your screen, or so to say far right of your screen, is going to die this turn, almost assuredly, which means those bloodletters are going to be freed up for the next priority roll. If Khorne wins it, will he give it away? Probably not. So I pretty much Mitch has to be careful on how he positions those Skyfires. He hasn't moved them yet. I'm assuming he's going to be moving them in the next few moments. We'll see where he places them, but they're going to be within 12 inches of their target one way or the other. Wait, don't they fire 18? I believe they actually fire 18 inches. I'll double check.
2 hits. 1 wound, -1.
Okay. But then I'll have cover, and then all out attack. So +2.
Cover doesn't
give you anything?
No. Cover doesn't give +1 armor or in any way.
Okay. So then it's +1 for. What was I +1 for?
Just for all our defense, yeah.
All the defense.
So back to 4 up.
Okay. So what does cover do?
Cover is if you're wholly within area terrain.
Yeah.
You're -1 to hit.
Oh.
Yeah. So 1 goes through, so 1 damage.
Okay. So shouldn't that have given -1 to hit?
No, because you're not wholly in area terrain, though.
Right, but okay. All right.
Unless I'm playing that wrong.
No, I don't know. It just seems wrong. Like all these rules just seem wrong to me because if you're firing into combat, you don't want to hit your own guy, so it should be -1 to hit,
yeah,
right?
And then logic doesn't apply to this game, unfortunately.
All right. So they went through, but how much damage?
1 damage.
1 damage. So he has a 6. Saves. All right.
This is illegal, so I'm not trying to interfere, but
Yeah.
you brought this up again. Cover is not just wholly within, it's intervening.
Is
Yeah.
it?
It is.
Yeah.
So that is wrong then on my part.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry.
I saved everything. You hit 1, I hit 1, I saved 1. Going forward, we'll do...
But you didn't save it, though.
I did. I didn't save it as my thing, but I saved it as my ward.
Oh, you rolled a 6?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In that case, we're good. Okay. That is my bad. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Okay. So that's his shooting done. Flamers.
All right, sorry for the weird noises in the background, but I just wanted to let you know I needed to correct the players. They were not calling for a ruling, but they kept on talking about cover, and I just wanted to go over it with all of you, basically. Subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks that target a unit that is behind or wholly on this terrain feature. It just has to be behind, and that works. It's cover's very easy to get. If you are behind something, you're -1 to hit. If you're drawing line of sight and the target's behind the thing, you're -1 to hit. It is not hard to figure out, so that's very, very simple. As for firing into combat, well, that's just a thing that is in AoS. Does it make any sense? No, it doesn't, but it is something that is available to absolutely everyone. But of course, there are haves and have-nots. And what do I mean by that? Well, armies that do not have shooting take particular, how would you say, how do I say it politely? Take exception to being shot at while they're in combat. Of course, all the guys with the guns, though, on the other hand, they're all like, well, that's just a game, buddy. Yeah, just a game.
The spell I did from Kairos for the additional...
That gave him the burning? Because I blocked everything else.
Yeah, burning is from before, from the spell.
Right. So that's why I'm asking, what's the second -1?
That's
So
the
one
spell
from-
that Kairos did, and you didn't block that one.
Oh, I thought I did. I thought I blocked everything except for the one.
No, you didn't
Because
block 2 of them.
I'm bound and okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So -1 and -1. Okay. So it's just damage now. D3.
Because you spent your spell on the 9 dice.
Yeah, the 9 dice. Yeah.
Yeah. So D3, 6, 12, 18, 20, 23 wards.
Okay. 6, 8, 10. 6, 8, 10, 3. All right, so 6s. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11 because
Yep.
there's one guy damaged.
So basically, 6. This is gone. That's no longer 3 mortal wounds. If I roll higher than 4 mortal wounds, I'll charge.
7, 8,
I'll probably just reject it.
11.
Yep. Okay. And then the Skyfires are going to shoot at okay, so you will get cover from the Skyfires. If I'm in range to even shoot you, I am with at least 2 guys, maybe 3 guys.
18.
18.
3.
Okay.
I'll give you 4.
Okay, all 4?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually not going to go for all 4. I'm just going to do 2 guys,
Okay.
including the champion, into the herald,
Okay.
and 2 guys into the bloodletters.
Okay.
So, into the herald, this will be 4.
So Skyfire's shots cannot be modified, so whether or not he has cover, it actually makes 0 difference. They will not suffer a -1 to hit. There you go.
3 wounds, -1.
Okay. So into the herald. So that's 6s.
Should be 5s, should be 5s. They're 4-ups, I think.
Oh yeah, 4 plus. Yeah.
So 1,
So 1.
D3, for 1.
6s. Nope.
Okay, got him, finally. And then 4 into the bloodletters. 4s and 3s. 4 hits. 3 wounds minus 2, so going through.
Okay.
So 3d3 for 6.
All right. Let's do this again. 6s. Nothing.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
All right. That is it for shooting.
Okay.
Charges. So we'll charge with the Geminids.
Okay.
Ooh. Sorry. Thank you.
Charge here again.
4 is not enough. Charge with the Blight Kings.
Okay.
On a 7.
Okay.
I believe that is good. From Vikings.
Do you have to? I know, but so the other one was 4. You just have to end within the 3 inches, no?
No, get within half
Yeah,
an
half.
inch. Half an
Okay.
inch. Yeah. So this one,
7.
7 makes it.
Yeah, 7's passed.
We'll charge the JPIs again.
Okay, that's it for charges. Abilities, I have none. Combats. So we'll go with the Blight Lord first.
Okay.
Into your bloodletters. So 4 attacks. I'm actually gonna pile away on towards this guy.
And then I pile in 3 attacks.
And do that.
So on a 4 up, you take mortals here.
Hopefully that means a few less guys, but probably not. So 4 hits. Cocked.
Fail, actually.
2 minus 1.
Okay. So they are 6s.
Okay, well that kind of changes things. I will have to attempt to charge.
Nope.
1 damage each.
10-inch.
6s again. Saved 1.
1. Okay, and then the bug. 4 hits. 3 wounds, no rend.
5s. And then 1 damage each. Okay, so 6s. Saved 1.
Nice.
Let's put it on this guy here.
So your activation.
All right, noticing how Daryl's actually moving his dice around. Just so that it's clear for everyone at home, any excess wounds that don't kill a model are just put in a pool. They're not actually assigned to any specific model. Again, in AoS, that changed with this edition. It is not like it is in 40K, where it is still wherever the wound is assigned is where the rest of the wounds have to take place. Again, these are subtle differences. The adjustment to the wounds thing was a quality of life thing, basically. It makes it much easier for someone starting a game to kind of get into it, but he's just in this 40K groove that he's having a hard time breaking.
And that'll be 17 attacks. $17. 3s and 3s.
-2 damage.
Okay. So that'll be 8 at -2, so going through, so 8 6-ups.
I cannot fight with the Wolfen. Probably lose the
So there. And then ward saves, they're...
No, it was no armor. It was going through your armor.
Oh, so then it was a 5-up because he had fought.
5-up. Okay,
right?
sorry.
So I don't know how many. I think I had one more.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. He's dead
Okay.
because he only has 2 wounds.
Okay.
So even if I yeah. Okay. So the burning is gone. I have no other activations.
You have bloodletters here.
Oh, I do.
No, we're T4 here.
It was another brutal. Okay, so I might as well.
How many guys there? 2, 6. So there's 5 of them. They charge. So they get 6 division attack.
Yeah, you spend the picture now. In the picture now.
As the pile-ins continue to happen, how did that turn go for Tzeentch? Well, I think he completed his very first goal, which was to eliminate one of the bloodletter units. So in the end, I think he completed it, and that was a big deal. That takes a lot of pressure off the center. It's what's really wicked for the Tzeentch player is he's also capped 2 of the Khorne players' objectives out of the 3 that was on his side of the board. So he'll score 1, 2, and more. I believe his battle tactic for this turn was seize the center. So he will complete that as well. So he'll have a 10-point turn himself. Looking at the score right now, put it up. There we go. That'll put him at 18 points, assuming he does score the 10, which I believe he will.
Mortal. Mortal.
Let me just roll the 4 mortals. Might be enough. Yeah, you got him.
Okay.
Okay.
So you score
10 points.
yeah, 1, 2 more, and you're 4. And then we roll off.
And then we roll off.
6.
2. You have choice.
I'll take it.
You'll take it?
Yeah.
So no tactic then? No tactic then.
Oh, I did. I thought you were last round.
Oh, sorry.
You went last.
I
yeah.
went last round.
Yeah.
What am I saying?
I guess. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
All right, with Daryl winning priority, he's going to decide to take this turn. Now, the question for all you folk out there that are currently watching this game, if you look at your screens, is he in position to take advantage of it? Because if he's not, should he take the turn? And that is the question. Now, Daryl is shrinking in resources and shrinking resources quickly. He has 1 unit of bloodletters left, and that's to the far right of your screen. He has 1 unit of fleshhounds to his left, to the left of your screen, and then a whole whack ton of hammers, Tzeentch hammers, in the middle. If he gives it away, what would be great is that he's not in range of any of the spells. So that's a bonus. Then those shooting elements start moving in, and then potentially start doing some damage. But he could lose the fleshhounds, I guess, to shooting, and can be softened by the skyfires so the bloodletters on the right could be softened by Skyfires. If he takes this turn, which is what he decided to do, he has a real decent chance of actually finally lifting that unit of Skyfires. But that places him right where those Skyfires are. Now, they might redeploy a little bit, and if they get caught, it'll just bring them in further into range of all the spells and all the shooting from those flamers. And you saw what he did to the last unit of bloodletters. Now, what also helped was those Skyfires. So if they're gone, maybe he doesn't lift the unit of bloodletters, but those bloodletters are in danger. It's just a tough spot to be in one way or the other. He's lost way too many resources. It will be very difficult for the Khorne player to claw back, especially compounded by the fact that he's down 6 points as well. So this is going to be a tough road to haul for sure. I'd like to welcome Craig TW saying, Lionel, I love the commentary. Very useful for newer players. Not only rules clarification, but also tactics, which the people playing could go back to and listen post-game. Well, you know what, man? I appreciate your kind words. I am certainly trying my best. I'm not saying that everything I say is the absolute gospel or the truth, but it is the truth to my best of understanding, and hopefully you all, it helps.
I fight this apocalypse. Alex, here you go, Brian. You want to play again? So I'm going to be playing apocalypse. He's not busted. Apocalypse is fine. No, he's fine. He's fine. No, my pistol is broken. Yeah. Oh, fair. Yeah. What do I do? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're all going to go tonight? No, or this too. Yeah, it's not thought about it. You need to do this next turn. I'm not paying attention too much to it. I know those fine. Is that rough?
Actually, if you don't mind, I will spend another CP to rally as well.
Okay.
On the Enlightened.
Okay.
So I get 3, not 4, which is what I needed. So just heal the 2.
Okay.
I might actually react and move my seconds. You said it's a 4-inch move right now? It's already going to 10-inch charge, and I move the full 6. I would be off the point, but I don't care. Yeah, I did it.
Okay.
Sorry. I mean, actually, is the really... I'm not going to lie.
Okay. We'll do movements here.
I was hoping to kill her and use that. That's really exactly what you said.
Dudes here. That's my...
No, I'm just right.
It's a fantastic match.
Oh, fuck. You're shooting Myron on my dice. That's not cool, though. Yeah, you really hit me.
I say my stance, but then
You know why?
just bang the seconds on the I heard you score 5. Okay, whatever. So you get your foul. I don't think it's worth it to stop the...
Okay. That's that. I'm going to use 1 blood tithe point in my movement phase to move them an extra 3 inches.
Okay.
Okay.
She has like 4.
So you picked that terrain piece, right? For
Sorry?
the take their land?
Oh, I had to pick one?
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't picked one.
Oh, I thought you did. That's why I teleported to it.
No, I was measuring how long it would take there, but I didn't pick one. I didn't know I had to pick one. I thought it just
pick one.
at the end. So I'm going to go with this one.
Oh, in that case, I wouldn't have bothered doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, that's...
Yeah, because you were measuring to that, so I thought maybe you were...
Well, I was just seeing if, like, which one would have been better. I wasn't actually...
Okay.
Let me just make sure. Pick a terrain feature wholly or partially within the enemy territory. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was going to pick that one
Okay,
because
in
they
that
were...
case, if you don't mind, then I'll
Yeah.
just put that back and
Yeah.
get a CP back.
Now, granted that my man Daryl didn't quite comprehend that he needed to pick it. Of course, simply resolved, ladies and gentlemen, by reading. Reading's very important. You read the words, they explain a lot, for sure. But the onus really was on Mitch to ask which one he picked, instead of assuming that's where he was going to go. To Daryl's defense, he really should have asked. And it makes complete sense that he would have picked the tower. That's where the majority of the bodies are, and it makes, absolute sense that he would have done that. With the Flamers leaving that point, though, and reversing time and space, only the Changer of Ways can do that, folks. Only the Changer of Ways. Now Daryl's just going to jump on that objective, and he has zero issues with that. That will claw him back a little bit as well. And assuming he makes that charge into those Skyfires, he could get 1-2, and he'll be holding 3. So he won't have more, but he'll hold on to 3, which is at least something.
I'll go down to 1. Yeah, 6 gets it. I'll go here like this.
3 wounds.
Okay.
Minus 1.
It's okay. I failed like 4 charges.
Now, I'll let you, if you wanted to put those guys behind there,
No, it's fine.
because then that contests
yeah.
that.
That's okay.
No,
That's
it's
okay.
fine. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so 3. No minuses or
1 minus.
minus. So 6s.
So
Sorry about
3d3. No worries. So 9.
Before used to be only character. Now it's just like anyone can do it. That was huge.
6s again.
So it's supposed to 0 after that.
So 2. 1, 2, 3, and one guy's already there. So 4.
I actually have that father, so I don't know her stats.
Okay.
That was huge.
So that was movement then. Army shooting.
Yep.
So charge.
Yep.
I'm going to charge these guys into there.
Sounds good.
And that looks like it.
Lethal hits and precision. Hitting on 2 so that's a lethal.
9.
9.
Strength 5, AP 4 for some reason. If I'm an anti-infantry 2+. Okay, so I'll roll 2 ones anyways. So that's 2 minus 4 is 2 damage. Yeah, 2 damage. Also tough 4. Better than I thought. Come on, fight it. I need to win somewhere. I have 5. I'm gonna all attack here. I think that was my last hit. Just 3 and
I know you're not saying anything, but just coherency.
so these are the worst damage.
Yeah.
You have to be within a half an inch.
Okay.
Half an inch.
Yeah. 2 models. Yeah.
Now look at what you just did.
Okay.
Half an inch on 2 models.
One guy on there.
Fail 1, 2 damage.
You just locked in 40K mode right now.
Yeah.
Because you have a bubble of 3 inches,
Yeah.
it's very forgiving.
Okay.
So don't worry about like trying to
Yeah. Loop around.
because you get within 3.
Yeah.
Everyone gets to fight. Everybody gets to fight.
All right. So they're in. Do you have a counter charge or anything? No.
No,
Okay.
no, we're good.
All right. So then we're gonna activate here.
Yeah, I'm gonna all out defense.
Okay. How many do I have?
4 jackals.
All right, as he counts dice, I just wanted to step in, make sure that he wasn't picking up bad practices. And we talked about coherency very briefly at the table. Folks, if you haven't figured it out yet, AoS 4, each model has to be within a half an inch of 2 friendly models until there are about 6 models in a unit. At 6 models, you could be within a half inch of only 1 model. You only need to be a half inch of only 1 model. But more than 6 models, you have to be within a half an inch of 2 buddies. So I just wanted to let him know that because he was just, thinking that, I won't be able to claw in. Within 3 inches, you just get everybody in. You don't have to worry about trying to get finicky on the positioning when it comes to fighting, because it's very easy to get into a fight when you have a bubble of 3 inches.
4?
4. -1.
4 -1. So these are gonna be 5 ups. Oh, sorry, 4 ups because I all out defense.
Okay.
3 plus 2, so 5 damage total.
Okay.
3 attacks,
And then the other 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Be one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 2s. Mortals. And then 3s. So 6 -1, +1. So
6 4 ups. Take 2 plus 3, so 5.
yeah.
So 1 dies and 2 wounds on the next one.
Okay.
And then my activation, I'll go with these guys, the only thing. So I'm gonna pile this way, and attack the bloodletters.
Okay.
So that'll be 3 attacks from the.
Good presence of mind from the Tzeentch player. Mitch doing a good job with the pile in to try and get more models onto that objective. I am not sure what their OC is. Might be 2 apiece, and maybe he scoops that objective away from the Khorne player. That would be pretty cool. Good job, Mitch.
2 hits.
100% roll.
Nothing.
Okay.
So what did you kill this turn?
All right. So nothing else. So I have 1, 2. So I have 1, 2. Seize the land. Or
You
see
took
the
this
land.
one, yeah.
So that's it. So 6, 4, 8.
8, yes. My turn?
Your turn.
Alright. So, heal 1, before I forget. Tactic.
Do these guys heal? No.
No.
All right, how did that turn go for the Khorne player? Did he complete his main task at hand? Unfortunately not. He did not pick up all the Skyfires. The Skyfire is a lot more durable than they look. And that was probably the biggest takeaway. Now, he has very small amount of options here, folks. At least he completed his battle attack, which is absolutely amazing. I believe he is still within the sweet spot for Tzeentch spells, which is about 18 inches. That looks to be about 18. I do not want to go to the table and ask because I don't want to lead anyone. But I have a funny feeling we're going to see Bloodletters being bathed in fire in the not too distant future. So currently right now, Mitch controls the 2 center line objectives at the top and bottom. He controls the bottom right objective, I believe. And actually, he controls the top right as well. So he has basically control 1, 2, and more. To maintain that top right, though, he would probably have to retreat and get the heck out of Dodge. He's teleporting flamers, and he's teleporting flamers to the dogs. That's interesting. Was not expecting that. I was thinking that maybe he was going to use those flamers on that Bloodletter unit. It's his basically final hammer. I am not seeing the value of going after the dogs. The dogs don't do anything. Like, they're not good in combat. They are not a threat in any way. He could have just simply ignored the dog. Why would he place the flamers going after Fleshhounds? Well, that's a win. That's a win for the Khorne player right there. He just distracted a fully reinforced unit of flamers to go. What? Why would he do that? No, Mitch. Why? Okay. Well, now I'm not sure he's going to be able to pick up that unit of Bloodletters, to be honest, because that's an enormous amount of firepower. Excuse the pun. In the flamers, the 2 units, or so the 2 chickens, are going to do some work magic wise, I guess, but they're not going to knock that unit below half, and they're not going to commit themselves toward combat either, I wouldn't think. I have absolutely no idea why he did what he did. All right, maybe it's something I'm not seeing, so let's watch and find out.
They haven't fought this turn, so 6s. Nope. 1.
Yep. And then from the bird,
I'm going to give him straight.
looks like he's in. So he's going to do Bolt of Tzeentch on them.
Okay.
On a 9. So go ahead, roll your...
I think they're in.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
So
Close.
D3 for 1.
6s. Roll that one. Roll that one.
Sure.
No.
Okay, so 1 wound.
In.
And I'm going to choose this unit to be the one that's burning.
Okay.
Next is going to be the last spell from the bird.
Okay.
He's going to do Tzeentch's Firestorm onto the Bloodletters.
Okay.
On a 6 is not enough. It's a 7. Okay, so that's it for hero phase. Would you like to do anything?
Well, I don't have any
Heroes, right?
heroes.
So back of the base 14.
No. Nope, we're good.
Okay, and then we're going to go into movement. So he's just going to go 12.
So I'll most likely score more.
Touch the objective.
Capped at 40.
You only count as one each, right?
It only counts as one. They're beasts.
Oh, they're beasts.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. We're good.
That's it. So
Okay. So he takes that back. Other movements.
So look at the 4-ups here. 3 saves, please. Or 3 failures. Yeah, so 1 2
Ooh, so sorry.
It's okay.
Paladins will establish the locus. And then we'll just do the charges. So the one
This bird is going to see with an 18
both floor, you'll roll 3. I roll 7.
that objective.
You want me to roll it?
Could you help me check if that
Yeah.
bird is within 18 of that objective?
Yeah, because he's 18 is there.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's definitely within of this objective.
Awesome. I'm going to use a CP
Okay.
and auto fly 18
Okay.
to take that objective. And Black Kings are going to move. Oranges. There's. That's it for movement.
Okay.
Shooting. Unless you'd like to do anything for movement.
No.
Okay. So shooting. That bird ran, so can't fire. Flamers are going to shoot into the dogs.
Okay.
And
What's the range on that?
12.
What's the range on the flamers?
12.
You know what? Maybe I will do
Redeploy?
redeploy.
Sure.
On the dogs.
I believe so.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to double check. Which one was Take Your Land? What was your target?
That one.
That one. Thank you. That was it.
Okay.
Four. I don't know if I'm fully out now. I doubt it.
All right, just went to the table just to double check and make sure I understood. But the Take Your Land target was the house. The house is located in the top left of your screen. So he moved the flamers there to take his land. Except he could have picked any of the terrain, like, I don't know, the altar that was in his terrain as well and still been within 18. I don't know. Why did he do this? All right, well, there's now 2 Lords of Change and a unit of Flamers on the opposite end of the board. And almost assuredly, those doggos are going to die to flamer shots, I would think, anyway. So we'll see what happens. But that took me by surprise for sure.
I've spent them all. These guys? On a 7.
7.
All right. And then Kairos, do I want to?
Just to let you know, they're anti-wizard, so -1 Ren.
Yeah, not worth it.
Okay.
Not worth engaging them. So we'll leave it. That's it for charges.
Okay.
No counter charges for you, I imagine.
No.
All right. Well, it looks like the dogs actually redeployed out of range of the flamers, so the dogs live. How about that? Yay? It's just why? Why? Okay, so dogs lived. He does get to complete his battle tactic. He's definitely going to score 1, 2, and more. There's no two ways about that. So he's definitely walking away with an additional 10 points, putting him at 28 points. Terribly, on this turn, those bloodletters are still pretty big. Still lots of them there. And the dogs are still there. I do not think that bloodletter unit is going to stay on the board. And the dogs are still there, which means he just had a turn, although scoring 10 points is probably not going to do really any damage. Which is not good, folks. But, hey, what do I know? He's 8 points ahead. And I don't think he's in the threat of losing anything super important. But he could have just put this game to bed. That's all I'm saying.
I did 1 of 1.
Cool. And then your activation.
Okay. So I will choose these to attack. I am going to have to be a half inch from each other, right?
Sorry?
They have to be a half inch from each other, right?
Yes. And if you're piling, you pick one target to pile towards.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll pick the one target to pile towards.
Sure. And you still have to stay within 3 of the other unit as well.
Yep.
But that's it.
All right. So we will have.
Well, that was a real shame. Daryl picked the Geminids to pile toward. I would have loved if he had actually picked the Skyfires and then maybe got the opportunity to try and get more bodies on the objective and potentially scoop that objective away from the Tzeentch player. Hard to see if he can squeeze in there. Let me see if I could get a better shot of it. It looks like there might be a wall in the way. All right, some dice are being rolled, but that doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, there's a little opening in the wall that he'd be able to kind of pile in and get more models. And this is, let's assume, let me see if I could get a quick, there's some arms in the way. So this is what I'm referring to. See that opening in that wall? Everything's pretty literal in AoS as it is in 40K. And he'd be able to conga line those models into that objective. All right, well, little loss of opportunity. What I'm saying is he could have denied more. What does that mean? Currently right now, the Tzeentch player, again, controls the bottom 3. Oh, no, he couldn't denied more. The Tzeentch player controls far too many objectives. So forget what I said. It actually did not matter whether he made the pile in or not. But I thought the Skyfires were by far the bigger threat. But with a 3-inch, he should have got piles of attacks in there. Oh, you telling me he still didn't lift the last one? That's a shame. A little heartbreaking again.
The 5. Okay.
There you go.
Either way, I have to survive.
So that's going to be it for. What's the blood tithe from?
From killing the manifestation.
Oh, no.
Does it matter?
Not from manifestations.
It's not considered a unit?
I don't think so, but I could be wrong about that. All right. And then scoring? Oh, burning. For 3.
6s. 2. That kills one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do have ones to go back.
Mm-hmm.
So D3, 3.
Nice. Cool.
And that was. So one had one.
Yeah.
Was it?
2. So the wound carries over.
One carried over.
Yeah. Awesome. And then I score 10 points.
Yeah, 2 more.
And tactic. for
Tactic.
Take their land.
Yep.
Okay. And that brings us to priority. Roll a 2.
3. I'm gonna go first.
You're gonna go? Okay.
You gotta kill one. Perfect. I mean, like, if you bang a charge, you'll kill the scouts. For sure. It's better not to shoot them, in my opinion.
So I saw this happening better. I rolled 5 and swapped out. And then this guy.
These guys are your generals.
Yes, they are.
Okay. Then I'm going to do Slay the Entourage.
Should have let him die. Should have let him die.
So Slay the Entourage on that.
Good call. Good call.
And then
I did not think of that.
so then we got the command phase. I don't have any heroes. I don't have anything else to do. Do you have anything in the command phase?
Yes. I'm going to cast teleport on the flamers,
Okay.
and I'm just going to use the 2 4s.
Okay.
So it'll be an 8, -1, 7. Actually, I don't need to use the 4. I'll keep the 4. I'll use the 4 and the 3.
Okay.
Because then it's plus
7, 6.
1, -1 back to 7, which is what I need.
Okay.
So, yeah, they're only within 12. So, gonna pick them up. Put them down 9 away. Yeah.
It's 9.
That's 9?
Yeah.
Rewarded. Storm.
Okay. Over to you.
All right. So now we're into movement.
Yeah.
All right, folks. How did that previous disciple turn go? Well, obviously, I think at this point you understand where I'm sitting. I thought teleporting to the other side of the board when you had all those bloodletters was not the best of moves, I think. He had plenty of firepower to actually just batter the absolute bejesus out of that bloodletter unit. And this wouldn't even be a story right now. This game would be over. Like, those dogs would be doing what exactly? They're going to charge a Lord of Change? It'll be interesting to see. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe dogs are way deadlier than I think they are. But I don't think so. So he teleported the flamers now to the other side. And potentially, I don't know how much blood type Daryl is at. And I certainly do not want to ask. But one of the coolest tricks Khorne players can do is the Meteor. If he can use it to just cause D6 mortal wounds. If he causes that D6 mortal wounds, and I don't know where he's at, and again, I don't want to ask because I don't want to tip hands here, but kills that final fire, sorry, oh, God's sakes, no, the fire, oh my God, I completely forgot what it is. The guys on the disc, for the love of Pete. Skyfire. That's what I'm trying to say, folks. Skyfire. If he kills that Skyfire, it can free up that unit, and then it can just charge the Flamers. And sure, the Flamers will do covering fire, but they'll be at -1 to hit, and they do suffer from modifiers, unlike Skyfires. So he could lose the unit. Now, does it matter in the end? He's 8 points. Let me repeat that. 8 points ahead right now. Daryl would have to score 10 right now to just be in contention to win this game, which is going to be super, super tough. And then his opponent would have to blank, which is not going to happen. So from Mitch's perspective, he's going to throw the flamers there to distract and I guess control. And it's, doesn't matter whether they die or not. And he's not wrong. He is literally not wrong. I don't know. I thought it could have been tighter play by just killing that unit, to be honest. That's what I would have liked to have seen. But hey, who's winning this game right now? Not this guy. We're just watching this game. So yeah, he'll be at 8 points. It'll be tough for Daryl to actually score 10 this round. He needs to score 10 to just be in contention. But I think he really is in the position to only score Slay the Entourage. So that's 4. He'll control 1 objective. That'll be 2. So that's a grand total of 6 points. At that point, Tzeentch player will just automatically win. If he somehow claws back, and I don't see a path of how he could do it, but if he somehow gets 10 points, the Tzeentch player will still have the opportunity to go, and then he'll score 2 more. That'll be 6 points right there, and he'll just win that way. So at this point, we're just watching the final throws of the game. They're watching the final embers burning out. I just want to take a moment and say thank you so much for everyone that's watched up to this point. We're not logging off just quite yet, but if you're new to this channel, welcome to us. We stream games at a store called X Planet Games, located in the lovely city of Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. And if you like this sort of thing, we do it every Wednesday night, or at least we try anyway. If you dig 40K, we do 40K on Friday nights. We also stream our events, and we try to stream a AoS tournament once roughly every month and a 40K tournament once roughly every month. So if you like that, hey, hit that subscribe button. Be much appreciated. Maybe flash us a thumbs up. All the algorithm powers, just let them flow through you. Hit that bell. That bell is super important because we stream in ranges of time. And what I mean by that, we're not scheduled to stream every single on exactly the time. Why? Because our patrons come to our store and they might arrive a little bit late. So hitting that bell will allow you when we actually go live so you know what to do at that point. All right, let's get back to the game and see the final throws and see where the score ends up.
1 wound.
Okay.
And that'll be no rend.
Okay. But they are -1.
Oh, they are -1,
Yeah.
right.
So 6s. No. And
Okay,
then
so
damage.
1 damage.
Okay, and then 6s. 2. 1 damage.
And
Kills
then
1.
2 disc attacks, 1 hit,
Okay.
no wound.
Okay. So they will activate back.
You just need to roll 1 6 and you're good.
I would score Purge.
All right, as Daryl is piling in and positioning to put that last bit of damage on that Skyfire, I'd like to give a shout out to Teresa. He says, thanks, Lyle, for hosting the league. Well, you know what, Teresa? You're very welcome, but I'm not sure. Should you be saying that you were participating in the league? But I guess you've been enjoying, I suppose. I hope your husband and your son have been enjoying it and hopefully interacting as well. I can tell you one thing. You got a heck of a family. I've known your husband for quite some time, and Daryl's a solid guy. And your young man seems to be a very, very solid person himself. So there you go.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Here we go. So, looking for 4 pluses. Above average. 4. 4 mortal wounds.
You got him. You got him. He's only got 1 wound.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just needed 1/6 for mortal.
And he didn't have a wit.
He doesn't have a ward, no.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's that. Burning.
Burning.
3 on them.
Yeah. So that'll actually.
You don't bring back because you're not in combat.
Yeah. So that'll stop the burning. Oh, you know what? It's not in combat. You're right. Okay. So 3.
Yeah. Wards though.
Oh. 5s. 2. So 1 dead.
Down to 3.
And then dogs. Oh, I haven't fought here yet.
Yes.
And then I'll see if I can bang a 7. If I can't, then I
So he goes 5 attacks from the beaks. Oh,
plus.
3
We're
hits.
down to a 1 point on the chart.
3 wounds, -1.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, they're just a 6, so it goes through.
6 damage so far.
Okay, so 6s for ward.
At least I scrapped it up to a very close game.
I don't think that applies to.
Yeah, this. I didn't say it's for quick. Well, you gotta score before the show. So just score me 20. I have a space so.
Sorry, I'm just checking the.
The 5-up ward thing.
Yeah.
I think it applies, but I'm not
Friendly
sure.
non-monster Blades of Khorne demon uses a fight ability. It has 5+1.
Yeah, so you
we'll
got
go
it.
5. Save 2.
So 4, so 2 die.
2 more.
And then 4 attacks from the staff.
Oh, yes. I didn't count my engage.
3 hits.
Oh, so it's a draw. Okay. Yeah, there you go. That's a true draw.
2 wounds, -1.
Okay, so the ward.
D3.
Okay, can I roll this to see if I can
6.
Oh my god.
3.
4, 6.
Good. I think the other one fell in there.
On 2? On 5s?
5s again.
1 and 85. Yeah, but you wouldn't have
Nice.
died.
So he killed 2.
And 3
Killed
now.
2. So that'll kill them all.
So kill 3 now.
That'll kill them all.
You have 1 wound remaining, which the burning will kill. The burning will finish it off.
Well, no, I killed them all because it would have been 2 from the first one,
Yeah.
and then 2 now.
Yeah.
Oh no, okay, 2. Yeah, okay, and then 1. Yeah.
And then the burning will do 2 as well.
Okay, and let's see. Now watch this.
Double
Gonna get
6.
5s.
I mean,
That's 200 points of model.
Nope.
that was good. All right. So that's gone.
Great night there, like dead. That's amazing.
All right.
All right, so I got 1. I completed my thing. So
That's 6 points.
6 points.
You want to short?
And it's your turn.
And it's my turn. I'm going to go for take the flanks.
Okay.
He had like 400 points here fighting him. He lived on 1 wound and I killed all those 400 points.
If you're looking for any more space,
And
like I have extras at home.
Yeah? Okay.
I used to run them forever, so like I have a wolf and I have more to ride.
all right. And
So how did the Khorne turn go? Well, when as good as he could have gone, he scored 6 points. That was pretty much the most he could do. Committing the dogs to the bird was neither here nor there. I probably would not have charged. Like I said, the dogs don't do anything in combat. They're no threat at all. But I mean, he couldn't scoop that objective with the dogs anyway, because as a beast unit, if you have the beast keyword, folks, you only have an OC of 1. And the bird has an OC of 5. So he couldn't take it away. What I would have liked is maybe an auto run to see if he could have maybe made it to the bottom middle objective and potentially scoop that objective away from the Disciples player. I don't know exactly where the positioning was, and maybe that wasn't even remotely possible, but I would have liked to see him drop a measuring tape and maybe thought along those lines. No point in that movement was he had to be, if he moved that way, he could not at any point be within 3 inches of that bird too. So the bird is definitely in the way of that. I'm not even sure whether he would have been able to pull that off anyway. So scoring 6 points, I think, is absolutely fantastic considering what he has on the table. And right now, he's staring down the barrel of a Flamer unit and a unit that looks like a 4 Blight Kings. The bird is now teleporting 9 inches away, which is fine. If that, I believe, is that Kairos? I believe that is Kairos. Let's see if we could get a better bead on him. Boom. Is that Kairos? Yeah, it is Kairos. All right, so Kairos used one of his spells to teleport. Great. So now he's there. He's got 2 more spells. I'm sure one of them is going to be Bolt of Tzeentch. The other one's going to be Firestorm of Tzeentch. He'll maybe do 4 or 5 wounds to that unit. Both the Blight Kings and maybe even Kairos are going to move in and see if they can finish the job. But between the Flamers, which still have to complete flanks because that's what he picked as a battle tactic, the Flamers will move a little bit forward, stay wholly within 6 inches of that short edge. They will shoot. Kairos will shoot. And then if there's anything left, the Blight Kings and possibly Kairos will charge. So we'll see what happens, well, I guess in the next few moments.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
He's literally, like, most times, unkillable.
It doesn't have to be wholly.
No, but he does. You do have to have them above 22.
Yeah, which is the whole unit's actually outside of 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on this side. I thought it was
Yeah.
that side. It's on this side.
Yeah. So we'll go here.
So when they're referring to holy, they're referring to holy on the half. So that made it sound confusing, actually. So the Flamers have to be outside of their own territory. They don't have to be wholly outside of their own territory. But I do believe they have to be wholly within 6 inches of the short edge. But let's read it right now. You complete this battle tactic at the end of your turn if you have at least one friendly unit within 6 inches of the short battle edge. None of those units are wholly within friendly territory, and none of those units were set up this turn. So forget what I said. You don't even have to be wholly within 6 inches of the edge. All he needs is one of those models to be within 6 inches. So yeah, there you go. Although the detail of that is changed, not by much, what I said has not. Those Flamers are definitely going to be shooting into those Bloodletters. And of course, the Blight Kings have moved in. He is not moving Kairos in. I guess he doesn't have enough confidence in the old bird.
I run the same with them. He was like, I don't think he's something a lot of people say.
It's 10, 14, 19. So it'll going to be 2s and 3s because you're burning. And 3s.
I was just so bad that I was doing good.
Okay. So that's going to be 10 at -1, so 5 ups.
6s.
No, you already fenced.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
10.
Yep.
Losing 2 times in a row, I don't like that. It's like, why am I fighting?
So I missed 6 of them.
6 D3. Okay, that was a hot roll. 6, 12, 14, 15.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yep.
All right, and 6s.
Yes, sir.
Nice. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Four, 5, 6.
Perfect. All right. And then that's it for shooting. So charges,
Okay.
Light Kings.
I find like my army's really good.
7. That'll do it. Seven gets me on the objective. Okay. And that brings us to that's it for charges.
Okay.
Actually, we'll try a long bomb with Kairos.
Okay.
See if we can make it. No.
So he wouldn't have needed that long bomb if he just had positioned accordingly and was less of a coward. That's right, Mitch. I'm calling you out. You could have just moved in and just been in that position and had more confidence in the Flamers. Now, that being said, I mean, he rolled super hot on that damage. I don't think he was expecting to roll that high.
7, 8. 17. 3s and 3s. Okay, so 10.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Minus 1. So 5 bucks.
So plus 1, so 5. Okay, so 1, 2 saved. And damage, 1 each?
1 each, yeah.
So that's going to be, I haven't fought yet.
So 6s.
6s. Oh no, I have fought because I killed the 1, right?
No, that was last turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
6. Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, wow. 4 6s.
3.
5 6s. Very good.
1. 2. Oh no, it was 3, right? So 1
Yeah.
and 1 with 1 wound. Okay.
Okay. And then.
So they're going to activate.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in. Okay. So 4 guys. And one of them is my general, our champion. Okay. No, I can't do all out attack, can I?
You all a defense, yeah, so no.
So normally it's 3s, so 4s?
No, still
Oh,
3s.
3s.
Minus 1 to wound is
Okay.
the wound roll that'll be.
I'm going to reroll.
Reroll?
Yeah. Can I reroll?
Reroll from what?
Like reroll an attack?
With what?
Is that not a thing?
No, that's
Oh,
that's 40k.
No, I thought it was another like an ability you could use that would.
No.
Okay. And then Threes?
Force, because minus 1 to wound. 1.
1 minus 1.
So 4 up. Save it.
Okay.
And then burning first, because it's my turn.
Yep.
So I do 2.
5s.
Yeah, the Iron Hill.
1 and dead.
And then the burning goes away from your healing.
Okay.
And then I score 10 points.
Yep.
Just a heads up, you have 15 minutes.
Yeah. Roll for prio.
Sure.
Roll a 5.
3.
Because I want to score my tactic, I actually have to give it to you.
Yeah. What round are we in? Is this
5.
4 or 5? Okay.
5. I believe. Yeah, round 5.
All right. So yeah, I don't have anything else.
Yeah.
Okay. So nothing in my command phase. Do you have command?
Yeah, I'm going to Bolt of Tzeentch
Okay.
from Kairos.
Guys, I apologize. Goal priority right when I was.
I won, but I gave it to him. Because I want to score my tactic. Why? I didn't go first.
Okay.
Did I go second or first?
You went second last turn.
I went second.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to score my tactic. All right. So Bolt of Tzeentch
Yep.
goes off.
Okay. Let's see if the altar cancels it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. And then that's it. Into
Yep. So shooting.
So I was just having a chat with the gentleman because while I was transitioning, I had missed who actually won priority. It was Mitch. And Mitch decided to give it away. Why did he decide to give it away, folks? He wanted to score his battle tactic, as he was explaining to me. The score is currently 38-26. Hey, man, I know my perfection. I guess that is definitely a thing. But even giving up that one tactic, he would have completely lifted what's left of the core, and this game could have been over. And there it is. But as it stands right now, we are gonna continue to watch perfection at play, and those Blight Kings are still mixed in there. So we are going to see what exactly. We have 3 bloodletters. I'm guessing Daryl didn't want to actually talk it out, so we have 3 bloodletters left on the field right now. And they might tickle those Blight Kings a little bit, and unfortunately they're not going to claim anything. I don't think there's a single tactic for the Khorne player to go for, so none was chosen. He is just basically swinging, doing his damage that he can do. And then the Blight Kings will probably actually have a decent chance of picking up those final 3 bloodletters. If we go to the chat, there's Craig talking about the best thing about that Tzeentch army is the Nurgle components. You're not wrong, sir. You're absolutely correct. And then KF, he's showboating. You're not wrong. He's just caught up in the moment. I don't want to lose a draw. I don't want to drop a point. And then we go over to Nicholas Walters. Till the last man. Yes, till the last man. From my dying breath, from my cold, from my cold dead hands, I will score and squeeze every single point that I can. All right, well, I think it's done. We can go flash to what the boys are saying, but at this point, I got to imagine Daryl's tapping. All right. There is definitely quiet happening right now. The boys have discussed it. The Tzeentch player wins, which means the bad guys won. No one wants to see Tzeentch win this fight. I was rooting for Daryl, I'm not going to lie. All right, you know who also was rooting for? All of you who are watching right now. Thank you so much for watching this week's stream. If you haven't done so already, please hit that thumbs up. Maybe hit that subscribe button. That would be super, super nice. And definitely hit that notification bell, because that notification bell will let you know when we do go live. If you've enjoyed this, thank you so much. If you did not enjoy this, hey, you know what? Drop a comment. Let me know. Tell me what we could have done more, better. More better, like speak English. You could have spoke English better, Lionel. Yes, I could have, but I chose not to. What I also chose not to is buy another dice cam, which was a mistake. I should have done that, but for some reason it's working on our side. I'm not going to bore you with the details. Point is, thank you so much for joining us today, folks. Sayonara for now. We will see you all next week.
And so that kept me from going up on top of the
Yes.
thing.
Yes, rolling that 11 or 12 that I rolled for the charge was quite fortunate.